guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Cam. I'm just a student that's working hard to keep everything in the right place, and I'm going into my first week of homeschooling this week. So I thought that this would be a great time to do a quick plan with me to show you guys how I'm setting up my week in my academic planner from Erin Condren. So what I've got on top here are just a couple accessories. I have the Classic Collection Edition 4 of the designer sticker book that we're going to use. I also have some Woven Wonders sticky notes that I'm going to use as well, and then just 3 sheets of stickers that actually came from a couple petite planners. So this is what a week looks like in the Erin Condren academic planner for the school year 2019 to 2020. And obviously in this week, I don't have that much so far. I've only got a couple things that demarcate exactly how I'm going to be planning out Monday and Tuesday, and then what shows the start of homeschool. So my district decided that they needed a couple days to figure out how they wanted to bring online school to us, and that's what Monday and Tuesday are for. So we're going to treat that as kind of a personal productivity day where I'm doing things that I need to do before we go into homeschooling. So I'm actually going to show you guys how I plan to do Monday, because that is today, obviously, and I need to get my to-dos ready and set. So I have a sticky note here that's marking daily to-dos, and I don't actually need this spot in my planner today, so I'm going to just leave that sticky note there, and I'm going to put in a couple of today's to-dos. And I just use a bullet so that it looks a little bit nicer. It's not just pressed up against the lines in this case, and then I'll just be able to cross it off as I go through my day. Alright, so these are the to-dos that I'm going to need to be done today. So obviously it's pretty self-explanatory. My list is pretty clear. But homework collection is something that's actually going to tie into homeschool, because I've been on spring break for the last week. And so I did have homework that was assigned to me by my teachers before school was canceled. So this homework collection item here on my list is just reminding me that I need to get all of the different pieces of homework that I was assigned before spring break done and put it in a place where I can easily locate them for when homeschooling starts, just in case I need to turn them in online to my teachers. So with that, Monday is completely done. I typically don't use this to-do space just because it's so close to the coil and it's really difficult to write in very neatly. So what we'll actually do is we'll just pick an inspirational quote sticker from this collector design book. So let's just open it and see. Here's some quotes. Let's do this one because it kind of matches. Or actually, no, let's do this one because it matches the tape that I already have in the book. So it says, "You are exactly what you need to be," in rose gold foil. And we're just going to put it right here, lined in the spaces, just to brighten up that page and just give me a little inspiration for the day. All right, so now we're just going to leave Tuesday blank because I'm going to have to wake up tomorrow and get those daily to-dos ready to go. So let's go into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, my first 3 days of homeschooling. Now I'm going to assume that my school is going to keep the general schedule that we operate on when we're going to school every day, and that's how I'm going to be setting up my academic planner so that I know what I need to focus on that day and when. So I have 3 classes a day because I have an off period for my last one. So what we're going to do on Wednesday is I'm going to input the 3 classes that I'm going to have that day. So I'm going to have BC Calculus, which I just abbreviate to Calc in my planner. Then I'm going to drop down a couple lines and I'm going to enter Debate. And then I'm going to drop down 2 more and I'm going to enter Chemistry. And I realized that I didn't exactly plan quite enough space, so if I do need more space for chemistry, I will go down to this bottom line, or I will move over to this little section right here where this homeschool sticker is. So now that I have this set out, I know exactly what I have that's going to be due, or that I'm going to be focusing on for that day. Now, I do have a couple homework assignments that are already going to be due that day, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in, but I'm going to do that in a different color. This is a Woven Wonders Planny Pack that I used to hold my Erin Condren dual tip markers. So I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to pick this little mint color. It's a little old. You can see I've had it for quite a while. And I'm just going to input the different things that I have that I know that are going to be due as soon as this day comes. So I have some free response questions due in calculus and an online quiz. So put that in there. And I know that I have that due before this day even starts. For debate, I have some filing, which is just putting some articles in some specific folders. And I also have a work log, which is just a form that tells my coach what I've done during spring break and so forth. And for chemistry, I actually didn't have anything over spring break, which was super nice. So chemistry over and done, and we'll start fresh on Wednesday the 25th. So with that, I pretty much have this day already scheduled for me to do. Now, I'm actually going to break my current tradition for these days, and I'm going to input personal to-dos on this side list. So over this kind of quarantine and social distancing period, I've been trying to implement some different hobbies or some different things that I haven't had time to do in the past, but I'm going to be doing now. So I'm going to put those on my to-do list right here, and I do close it because it makes the coil a little bit flatter. So I'm going to input that I need to code, water plants, and do my devotions. So, not great handwriting, but you get the point. So now I have my personal to-dos and I have my school set up and ready to go going into Wednesday. Now, everything is going to be online, so I will post on my Instagram pictures of how I'm inputting my actual assignments and then crossing them out to show that they're done and so forth. But now we're going to move on to Thursday because I don't want to take too much of y'all's time, and we're going to input the 3 classes that I have on Thursday. So we start off with macroeconomics, which I abbreviate to just econ. Skip 2 lines. I'm going to go to English, which has a lot fancier name, but English is a lot faster to write. And then I am going to do the exact same thing I did on Wednesday and take this down to the 2 lines again and input bio. That way I have a little bit more room to write on the lines, even though technically it's AP biology. So now that I have this done here, I know exactly what classes I have this day and I have enough room to write it down, as I said before. And I do have some standing assignments that I do have to input here. So I need to finish reading Little Women for English. Almost done, so no worries. And I need to do my Socratic seminar, which I don't have enough space, so I'm just going to abbreviate that as SS. And then for biology, I just need to finish some of my questions for my lab, so I'm going to put in lab questions, fruit fly lab. And there's that. So now I know exactly what I need to have done before Thursday to turn into my teachers online. Now, a little bit something different that I'm going to do on Thursday and Friday that I didn't do on Wednesday because of this sticker here is this is where I'm going to keep track of my due dates for different things. So I'm going to use one of these kind of stickers. I'm going to pick whichever fits best. And I think for this case, I'm going to use a little flag with silver foil. I'm not usually a big foil mixer like rose gold, silver, or gold, but today we're going to do whatever it takes to get us where we need to be. So I'm going to put it, actually, I'm going to do it on the edge just so that the green is kind of centered. There we go. And then I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to mark that as due. So usually when I go to school, I don't write due dates in my planner because I know that almost everything is due the next day that I see my teacher. But obviously I'm not seeing any of my teachers or my friends, so I need to keep track of due dates in a way that keeps me organized. So obviously there's not going to be much due because I already marked these things that I need to have done before, like as spring break ends in this part, but in the future and as I move forward with homeschooling, I will keep a due date list here of what actually needs to be like sent to my teachers online, because I will be keeping track of sending things back and forth to make sure that I'm actually clicking the send button and it's not just sitting on my desk. So that's going to be Thursday, and I'll give you all updates on the Instagram to really see how that week progressed and how I continued writing things down. I don't know what I'm going to do personally on Thursday, but I'll go ahead and put in water plants. I'm growing baby black-eyed peas, in case you're wondering. Water plants, and I'll put in coding because that's always good. So Oh, not pretty. But anyway, there we go. There's Thursday. And then we'll move down to Friday. And actually, I couldn't tell you whether it's going to be an A day or a B day because I don't think my school officials know. So I'm going to mark that uncertainty actually. And I'm not going to do it with a dual tip. I'm going to do it with a sticky note so that I know going forward that I may not actually know what that day is going to be. So I'm going to just mark A, B, question mark. And all that means is just what classes I have on what day. So I'm actually just going to put that in there. And then we'll find out later this week what day that it actually is. But I am going to go ahead and put in the flag for to-dos. Unfortunately, I don't have another one just like this. So I think for the sake of consistency that I'm just going to write do and go without color for this part. So there we go. This is just a simple skeletal outline of how I'm going to be homeschooling this week, and there'll be updates on Instagram. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time.